one of the things right now Africa is well known for is that we make good music. We're doing really great, you know. So, and that's because we've been able to, you know, maximize platforms, you know. So I feel like there's a lot of things to be done. You don't literally need to, for me, I don't, if you ask me if I meet a Bill Gates today, or I meet a Davido today, or I meet a Otedola, I don't need you to give me money.
True.
You know, just invest in my career.
Yo, what's up, guys, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show called The Creative Joint. My name is Jay Danny. So in today's episode, I have a young, talented Afro-fusion musician. He is a songwriter. He is also a rapper and a recording musician here in Lagos City. He goes by the name YoungCrez. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Good to see you, man.
You're looking dope. I know you say something, so
I know, yeah. So you actually want to beat me to my word because I'm going to say you look dope, right? Well, we're both looking dope. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, we couldn't just wait to bring you to the studio, you know, once we find out or we found what you were doing, and, you know, we truly love your kind of talent. It's really unique and, you know, different from what we see out there. So talk to us. Let's actually kick things off from how did you get to becoming YoungCrez, all right? As a musician, a writer, a rapper, you do a lot of things. How did this come about, man?
Well, basically, for me, I would just keep it short. Music basically is my thing. I love being creative, and I'm live at the Creative Joint.
Yeah, of course. Good.
So I started with beats. I don't make beats professionally, but I started, you know, beating things, and I started like, what's up? I can do this.
Okay.
And then I started singing because I come from a family of everybody sings in my family.
Wow,
yes.
I can see that.
You know, I'm the only one that took it in my, you know, can be carrying for head kind of. You know. So that influence, and then where my surroundings and, you know, places I always go to, people I meet, and I was like, I can do something like this. And that's how I ventured into music. I started writing and I started singing. In the process, I found out that I could rap, not just any rap. I could actually rap because I've been in the NSI. I've been I think NSC Cypher. Okay. I've also gone for The Voice, you know. So these are like very hard.
Which we're actually going to come to talk about, you know, the area of competition that you've been a part of, you know.
Okay.
But anyway, continue.
Yeah, so basically for me, I felt like, you know, I can actually keep both. Because I know when I go out, sometimes people are like, bro, you're a rapper and I don't sing. And then sometimes it calls for singing, I sing. Like, bro, why you know, this country, you have to sing, leave rap and all those complications. And I'm like, yo, I'm the only singer that raps confidently in Africa. That's why I'm YoungCrez. So you can't change me, and that's how it's been.
Dope.
You know? So that's just it.
Okay, interesting. Let's talk about the name YoungCrez.
Okay.
How did you con this out? Is this a name that pops your momsy, you know, give to this young shining man?
You know, some people, they just give, you know, like you have a friend or two, I like the way you look, I'll call you this. Okay. And so that's awesome. But mine was actually, so I started playing football before I ventured into music full time. I was playing football, and I had a mentor then. It's from Argentina, Hernan Crespo. Full-time player. So I used to like how he played for Chelsea. Then I used to support Chelsea way back.
So you no longer you're gonna break, you know, Chelsea fans' heart. But
I'm so sorry, but
it's fine, man. It's fine.
So I loved how he played and all that stuff, and you know, I started bearing Crespo. Okay. Yeah, people were calling him Crespo because I played similar, you know,
like him, huh?
Yeah, like how he played, and you know, I took from there, and then. At some point, I had to relax from football, and I wanted to really do music. And I went in with that name because that was my first opening. I wasn't really abreast, you know, musically, knowledge-wise. Yeah. So I was like, Crespo. And like the first time I wanted to distribute, they were like, no, this is a duplicated name. I'm like, I can't use this. And then I added my name, my real name, which is Johnson. So it was Crespo Johnson. Okay. And at some time, they'll send me a message back, and like, these names are not really, I have to have a professional name, and that was where I had to sit down and think. Yeah. And then the Crespo, I took out the PO because the CRESPO was Crespo, and I took out PO, it was Crez. And I was very, very young at that. I was like, yeah, YoungCrez.
You're still young, my friend.
You know? Yes. Okay. So that was how YoungCrez came in. Musically, it's been till now.
Interesting. Can you talk to us about your very first song you recorded? What was the experience like?
Should I talk about the first one or the first one?
Let's talk of the very first, the very first one.
Well, so I think the first song I ever did, I won't call it trash. I would just call it a process.
Of course, there's always a process, man.
Exactly.
You can't count 10 if you don't count 1, right?
That's true. So my first song, I can't remember the title, but my first song, and I think I recorded, it was 5K. And then this producer was a very wicked producer. Please.
Did it drop? Now you're saying you didn't remember it.
So the thing is, I dropped, but then the world wasn't as digitalized.
Yeah,
as
like
now,
the digital age we have right now.
It was just CDs or probably. So the producer just recorded this song for me, and that's why I gave it to me. He did not mix it, he did not master it, and I was happy.
And you didn't know the difference.
I didn't know. Probably, I wasn't knowledgeable enough. And I'm like, I don't record song, amazing. And I started doing small. That was my first courage. And from there he went on, and I'm a church boy.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was why I first, climbed the altar to do my thing, music wise, and that was how I started,
Yeah.
And then I started, getting knowledge, learning and all that stuff, and that was the first song. And then I now recorded my first song. I think that was officially 2017.
Okay.
And the response, our feedback was really, really amazing.
Okay.
Because I'm someone who likes to. When I love something, I go all out. So that was how I was able to record my first song. And from 2017 down to now, I've had a couple of really good records. Okay. And I'm still planning to do more.
Amazing. And I can attest to that fact. Of course, I've listened to a couple of your sound, and I can tell you, it has some element of uniqueness, like the kind of sound that I can really relate with, because I like those kind of music that are not like very familiar and usual, all right? Yeah. Something that you can find just anywhere at any time.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to us about how you came about this style of music, and what would you call your kind of sound?
Well, basically, African music, Nigerian sound is basically building on the Afrobeat. There's Afrobeats and there's Afrobeats.
Yeah.
We're doing Afrobeats because basically if you have to do Afrobeats, there are a lot of things we'll not do lyrically and content-wise. So we're doing Afrobeats. And Afrobeat right now is global. It's like, everybody wants to do Afrobeats.
Of course.
So I'm calling my sound, it's a fusion. So it's called it's an Afrofusion.
Okay.
So a fusion of Afro.
Other sounds.
Yeah, other sounds, other genres, pop, reggae, and a whole lot more. Even right now, I'm trying to
even the rap into it.
Yes, there's a rap, and that part there's something I coined. It's called the Afrap. Afrap music, basically Afro and rap.
Wow, that sounds cool, man. Say that.
I'm more of a
Say it again. Afrap. Okay, man. You guys heard it here first. So the next couple of years when you're seeing Afrap like being a thing like Afrobeat, you know that you heard it here first.
Exactly. So that's one side of me, and then there's the Afrofusion that requires all type of music, all type of sound, and so building from that angle, trying to see how I can tap into some Brazilian salsa kind of. Yeah.
Interesting. Look, it's really difficult, standing out, like we know, but in the long run, it pays, all right?
Sure.
What would you say is the experience for you, like trying to be different, in a market where we are so much under pressure? Not just you, every other musician is always faced with this pressure of wanting to, do what is trending. Like, of course, you're a young person, you see where everybody is vibing into a particular sound and they expect everyone to sound like that, right?
Yes.
How are you dealing with this kind of pressure?
Well, for me, I feel like I feel like the only pressure with me right now, because when you try to do something different, people still look at you as crazy. Like, what are you doing?
Of course.
They see you like you don't really. And sometimes even before people see you, can even yourself like, no, do what's trending. You blow on time. And we also, personally, me, I've had that doubt many times because I feel like if I do this one, who will really hear them and that kind of thing. But the real pressure is funds. The real pressure is the platform.
Okay.
The real pressure is the opportunity.
True.
If I had a bigger opportunity now, I really wouldn't care about not care about people want. I really would not care about what you think about the sound, because with certain kind of leverages, if you are creative enough, you can still sell.
True.
You might not sell immediately, pop, but when you pop for a long time.
You keep promoting and letting the sound be in people's faces, like get wider reach and all that.
You know, the more constant you are in their faces,
of course,
you know, at a point they'll just have to, you know,
which is what promo is generally about.
Exactly. You know, and then people will have to accept it in as much as your product is good, and then you know how to sell it.
True.
Sometimes there's the product and there's the strategy. You might have a bad product, but a good strategy.
And market it properly.
Exactly. So there are a lot of music, right? I don't criticize people's work, but there are a lot of not really good sound out there. But they are making waves.
Of course, they are.
So that's just it.
Which is the part where they have a system in place, like we're mentioning. They have a system for marketing. They have a team for finance.
Yes.
Right? Which all they do is just sit back, you know, make music.
Just be creative and just
put it in. But I mean, come on. We all have a point where we'll get to that point, of course, of getting the structures in place.
Yes.
Talk to us about your creative process. You write your songs.
Yes, I do.
Right? So how does it work for you? Run us through the process of bringing out a song from scratch.
Okay.
Are you a beat person that you have to listen to the beat first, or you're the type that have to write first? You hear everything, right? How does it work?
I always like this question because it's somehow, and sometimes I think I'm crazy.
Okay.
Because sometimes people isolate, or maybe creatives like us, most times go into just us, me and myself, and you know, my creativity, my thoughts. But for me, I think sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes I prefer going to a noisy place. I prefer I can even go to a club or a bar where the music is loud.
Okay.
And I'm on my phone. I'm getting inspiration and all that. That's okay. Sometimes too, I can also be in the dark space, just me. But I feel like I'm just complex. I don't really have. I won't say it's just. I'll just be on my own and You know, sometimes I don't even get anything when I'm alone. Maybe when I'm out with people.
Yeah.
Or I'm in a space, I get things. And then when you talk about, you know, what's really the other type of inspiration in terms of, you know, melodies or not just. I prefer having like a sound, a proper sound, not proper sound, but anything sound.
Like a melody where you can work
like
with.
a melody that I can build from.
Okay.
So I tried doing it without the melody, and the first time I tried it, I spent close to 10 hours.
Okay.
I couldn't even write up to a verse.
Okay.
But then when I got
the melody,
you know,
as a foundation,
in 24 hours, I created a full song.
Wow.
And I feel like, that was how I built, and I feel that's just my strength.
Okay.
You know, so
interesting. Let's talk about influences. Okay. Of course, as creative, we don't just create from the vacuum, right?
Yeah.
We have people like, you know, people that motivate us.
Yes.
Just like you mentioned, while you're playing football, there's someone you were looking up to.
True.
Then. Who would you say are your influences, especially in the Nigerian, maybe the African scene?
Well, I would always say Fela for me, because Fela was bold. Music is not just having the vocals.
Unapologetical about his sound.
Exactly.
He doesn't care what you think about it. He just put it out.
You know? Some time back, I don't know, maybe in the 70s, 80s, there was this record called the Bohemian Record by some band. And you know, then if you do song more than 3 minutes, even the radio stations will not want to
2.5 minutes, people are already crazy about it.
You know, and those guys were able to do something really amazing for like 6 to 7 minutes. They did just one song.
Of course.
And the radio people, they didn't want to at first, but they took it, and then that was the beginning of a new era for music, and that was what Fela did.
If you even listen to the Fela, sorry for interjecting, you listen to his intro, 4 minutes, he's doing introduction.
That's on people's album.
And he's getting into the groove.
Yeah.
Look, this is the part of music like I listen to. Like I get so pissed. You just starting and you just want to,
you know,
where is the rhythm? Where is the spirit? And like it tells a lot about our kind of music anyway. It's like today's kind of music.
Yes.
Which you just see people are in this space of this microwave thing. Let's give me fast.
Yeah.
You forget to understand this thing is spiritual.
Yes. You're building.
Look, it should build. Generally, what I'm trying to say, there's a spirit, and we tend to lose that.
Yeah,
you know,
a
in
lot of
today's
times we don't
music.
tap into that
and
atmosphere.
we just want to run with it. Sorry, man, for just taking
It's actually
taking your space, and it's true.
It's part of the process. It's part of, you know, if there's something, if something is not triggering you, you know, then probably you're not doing it right.
True.
You know, so for me, Fela is one of them. Another person I'll call, let me go for a bit, is Tupac. Tupac was bold.
Yeah.
So I love being bold, making music. You know what I mean? Then taking it back to, you know, the recent times, yes, there's a Burna. In terms of performances, I'm a live person. I love live performances.
Live music,
you know, so Burna Boy is doing amazing.
Okay.
Every other person is doing amazing, you know, but I feel like, you know, certain people that I look up to.
Yeah.
Big shout out to David Waze and all of these guys. Rema is doing it, you know what I mean? We're looking for top 4. Don't worry. The top 5 is coming. And then one person that amazes me more is John Legend. I love John Legend, vocal-wise, you know, music-wise, and yeah, these are my guys.
Okay, interesting. All right, so we're actually going to continue talking about what you've been about in the industry. But before then, we're going to go into a quick game segment.
Okay.
All right, that means in 60 seconds, you're actually going to attempt to answer, I think, 14 questions in 60 seconds.
I'm about to break the record.
Yeah, you're going to break the record. Don't worry. It's simple. All right, we're coming back to that. All right. Okay, guys. So if you're just joining us, this is a show called The Creative Joint, where we actually bring different kind of creatives down here, ranging from record producers, musicians, actors, anything you're doing creatively in the space. This is your kind of show. Or maybe you just love entertainment, you like to be creative.
Yeah.
Generally, this is your kind of show. So if this kind of show does appeal to you, which I believe it will, kindly just leave us a subscription. And before you just join us, I've been speaking with a young, talented musician, vocalist, a rapper. He does a lot of things. He goes by the name YoungCrez. All right, so we've been speaking generally about everything he's been doing, who inspired him and what inspired him generally in the industry. All right, guys, so leave us a subscription, leave us a comment, tell us what next you want to see on the show, and if you also particularly have, you know, a favorite celebrity out there you think we should bring to this show, come on, guys, just comment. You never know, he might be on the show the next time you watch. All right, Crez, you ready?
We are ready.
So the game is called the quick fire game segment.
Okay.
Now, in 60 seconds, you're going to attempt to answer as many questions as possible. Okay. I think we have 14 questions.
Let's try.
All right. This is the only rule now. So if there's any particular question you cannot find an immediate answer to, or maybe you're not very comfortable with the question, you choke your neck.
That kind of thing.
So you can say pass. All right.
Okay.
But I'm certain there won't be any of such questions. All right. So 60 seconds, 14 questions. Are you ready for this one? Timekeepers, you're ready? All right, and our time starts now. If your life were a song, what would be the title?
Amusement.
Okay, if you had to describe your sound using 3 Nigerian food, what would the food be?
Amala, ewedu, and gbegiri.
Okay, if you could collaborate with any international artist, living or dead, who would it be?
Well, living John Legend, dead Michael Jackson.
Okay, what's the most unconventional place or situation where you've written a song about?
Market Square.
Okay, which came first for you, the love for singing or rapping?
The love for rapping.
What's the craziest fan interaction you've ever experienced?
After performing, I got a case outside.
Oh, Mado. If you could remix any classic Nigerian hit, which would it be?
Olufumi,
Mama, nice one. That's a good one. What's your favorite Nigerian slang or phrase to use in your music?
You already know.
Okay. If you could time travel to any musical era, would it be the past or the future?
Oh, the past, of course.
Okay, name 2 of your biggest musical influences growing up.
Fela and Tupac.
Okay, which of these are you most guilty of? Smoking, drinking, girls, all or none?
Paso.
He doesn't want to commit. He's a so sharp guy. In your estimation, who's currently the most famous musician in Nigeria?
Well, I love David, so I'll be honest.
Okay, you're honest. Okay, David, it is. If you weren't a musician right now, what career would you think of pursuing?
Tech.
Tech. Okay. What's one thing fans will be surprised to know about you? Last question.
I am a fitness coach.
Okay, I'm not sure they'll be surprised by seeing how you look, but I think that does it, man. Okay, interestingly, that wasn't very hard. You've been able to clear all of the questions, and you only said pass, you just won. That's amazing. All right, well done. So let's move to the industry generally.
Okay.
It's filled with challenges.
Yeah.
and loads of them for upcoming musicians in particular.
Exactly.
What do you think is that one thing that can be done differently to further help, and also support up and coming musicians that doesn't have the platform that we're talking about, doesn't have so much bar to drop for promotion and all that? What do you think can be done differently?
So I wish you paid me for this, but no problem. I'm going to endorse the creative joint right now.
Okay, do
this is one thing you're doing, you know what I mean? Giving out your space, equipment and all that, and giving projections kind of. So I feel like, if independent artists and upcoming artists are able to get multiple platforms like this, they'll always imagine I have an interview I'm not going to spend money on, or probably maybe just a token. I have back-to-back series. That's content for me.
Of course.
And also the projection from both ends work, because either ways we are collaborating, and I have my audience, you have your audience, we're having intertwined audiences. And these are platforms. There are lots of amazing, talented singers out there, but they don't have platforms. So it's easy for them to be discouraged. So I feel in terms of this kind of platforms, create things in the community. One of the things right now Africa is well known for is that we make good music. We're doing really great. So and that's because we've been able to maximize platforms. So I feel like there's a lot of things to be done. You don't literally need to, for me, I don't, if you ask me if I meet a Bill Gates today, or I meet a Davido today, or I meet a Otedola, I don't need you to give me money.
True.
Just invest in my career, or probably put me in a one or two. I'm a strong hustler. Just put me here and I'll do the rest.
Where you can do the work,
teach me how to fish
and see the benefit.
Exactly. True. Don't give me the fish. So I feel like a couple of us, or a lot of us, have that strength to move, to thrive in small, how do I say it? But we don't even have the opportunity. First of all,
it's opportunities that we're talking of.
Exactly.
So for you, we have limited or non-existent kind of opportunities.
Well, it's limited, and then there's politics. There's politics everywhere though. But I feel it's limited, and then there's higher politics, because even sometimes you even have the funds, but you still can't push.
True.
I know a person who's
like gatekeepers there,
Yes, watching. Exactly. Like, no, go past. No, you can never reach. Wait, rest. And all that.
True.
So those things are like one of the challenges that the industry are facing, especially upcoming artists who don't really have the leverage and the funds. I know someone who dropped an album, dropped a single. The same day, someone else dropped that same single. That person paid almost 2 million naira. I won't call the name.
Of course, we already know.
And they paid, they played the song for like a week or so, and that was the end of that song.
Yeah.
Because someone else is bigger and put like 20
million. It's dropping like 100 million. Look.
So that's just, the industry is just like this.
In that space,
when you're not, that's why sometimes people who right now, couple of independent artists are doing everything they can to, secure themselves. Because I feel like if I have some certain leverages, I would be able to negotiate my deal when you come, because you're definitely going to come. But when I don't have anything at all, you feel like you are rendering me a favor. No, we are doing business.
Of course.
So I just feel the politics, and then when there's funds challenge. Basically.
Fund is major. Okay, interesting. Anyways, like we always say on the show, we believe at some point things actually can loosen up, and we're always about being positive, staying positive, while you grind, there's definitely going to be an opening, which is what we're also trying to do, which is, as a creative person, I understand how it is very difficult at some point, having to, think of creating, and then you're thinking of platforms to showcase, pushing your work. It's really much.
Big shout out to creatives out there, because I feel
it's not
like
easy, man. I know. I feel you.
It's not. So let's not even go there, because that's a whole topic for another day.
Don't worry. Let's just leave it where it is. Okay?
Exactly.
It's enough. Let's talk about your rituals.
Okay.
While you're creating, say you're at the studio, do you have a particular ritual you engage in before? Like, I know some young dudes like yourself want to say, man, I want to shy you, I want to drink something, because your fans want to know this fresh YoungCrez. So how do you take you on to get your vibe?
Well, the advice that if I'm to be open, the music, that's the instrument or the beat or whatever is being created for me, has to be good enough. So I work with sound, I listen. If the sound is good enough, that's where I first of all get my inspiration. I don't need to drink. I drink. but I don't need to drink to start
to
writing.
get your vibe on.
Probably I'm like, oh, let me relax. I want to chill. I can take a drink.
Yeah.
You know, but aside that, I don't think I do any other thing. If I want to feel funky, if I want to, you know, I go out and do my thing. But while I'm in the studio, give me what is nice, something good, and I'm good to work with. You know what I mean? Except probably I'm done. And I can have fun. Work before pleasure.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Talk about your dream collaborations, because every musician, every creative out there has a couple of people. Sometimes you wish it. These guys, they are killing it, and if I can get into the studio with this guy, I'm going to kill it. What are those kind of collaborations in your head, in your mind, and maybe inside of you, just quietly?
Well, this is one artist that I feel like he's very underrated. It's Primo. If I was in the studio with Primo.
Crazy. Look, now I know how unusual you are. Like, really. They can't see you coming. But I think I saw you there, and I can relate. Look, the guy is mad. Okay, good.
Yes, I feel Primo is weird, and yeah. But the thing is, he and a very popular figure that I also admire is Burna Boy. They have clashes, and boy, that's not my business anyways. But I love this.
But you know, that's what the industry thrives on.
Well, that's it though. People want to
look. Let me even just tell you, live on the show here and on camera, if you're actually expecting to someday get into that space of that Hall of Fame, if I should call it that, just know that controversy is going to be a part of you.
True.
You can't help it.
True. Relevancy is very much important.
Exactly. Very, very.
So yeah, there's a Primo, there's a Burna. I feel like with David, I would do much more.
Okay.
Who again? The Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy is a musician, a sound.
Someone said he's a music native doctor. Someone said that in on the show here in one of the episodes. Say, Don Jazzy, that man be like saying juju the thing.
Yeah, like I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
There's something about him in a song when he's in a song.
He's a creative dude.
Yes, he's creative.
He knows how to bring out the thing inside of you didn't know existed.
God bless you. That's like, I don't know who else I want to call, but that is something I feel like I still need.
Yeah.
I need, because I know I have a lot. I did, should I say it?
Come on, man. Come on. Let's hear it.
I did something recently for Madi Kuti, John Batista.
Okay.
A 3-time Grammy Award winner. You know, I didn't know certain things that I could do.
Yeah.
We made music. We're on stage for 7 hours. You know, he's creating his album right now.
See that.
So on stage for 7 hours, and we were just creating melodies, doing things. Not written just from the head.
Just from the head, man.
Musicians everywhere, and I was like, whoa. So I can
actually
do
that.
So I feel like, man, if I'm giving certain leverages,
to push yourself,
you know what I mean, I'm going to be, you know, unstoppable by God's grace. You know, so that's just it for me.
Incredible. Anyway, that's actually something worth mentioning, because for you to do that is something that today's musician, and when I mean today's musician, really don't have an idea about. We spoke earlier off camera how musicians are just in this space of DJ, give me track.
Yes.
And you truly don't understand the element of being on a stage and just feeling the sound.
Exactly.
Leaving the music to lead you, right?
Exactly.
To drive
you.
you. Like, look, truly, people, I've been on a stage for one of the performances I had, and I was there for like 4 hours, and people were like,
wow.
I didn't even know it was close to anything, 1 hour.
Wow.
So that's what music can do.
Exactly.
Like real music, live music. So it's a spirit, man. So I can relate with that. It's something worth mentioning. Interesting. Talk to us about, in all of the songs you've written, and I've listened to quite a couple of them, even the one we used on, the vibe session.
Okay.
It's amazing. Out of all of the songs you have already, which would you say is personally glued to your heart? Like, come on, the song makes a lot of sense.
So I would say Ishe.
Okay.
Although right now I have a couple of songs that I just finished I was writing a couple of songs and I'm done. So for now, I would say Ishe. Because yes, Ishe, I got a lot of feedback from Ishe, and I got a lot of people, remixing Ishe.
Oh.
And I think the first radio station I ever went to, that was Wazobia. The OAP was like, this song, I know your money for promotion has finished. but I'm going to play it for another 1 month.
Wow.
And you know, I got calls and like, so yes, Ishe,
Wow.
she has done a lot.
Nice.
And I feel like, you know, if I had a major collaboration with Ishe.
Okay, interesting. So we're almost at the end of the show, but
Yeah.
before we let you go, which is the part we hate, because I actually love talking to creatives that actually have in-depth details of who they are as creatives. Any special shout out? Because I know the hustle is really real, but you know there are people that they just got your bag no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Any special shout out, man, before we leave, man?
Well, I would say yes, special shout out to the people who I don't know but are streaming my songs.
Okay.
So if you are not one of them, please, you have to be one of them.
Okay.
And then special shout out to the people who come through for my show, because I kicked off a project. It's called the YoungCrez Effect. It's basically a celebration of live music, a once-in-a-month event, and it's basically just to build a community, you know, create a platform as well for other creatives and you know, make live music on stage. And yeah, big shout out to these people coming through always.
Wow.
And yeah, big shout out to my family. They've been supportive. They've always been supportive. Big shout out to my mom. She's always praying for me.
Yeah.
Lovely sister.
Mommy is prayer, very important.
And my brother and all those. Yeah, big shout out to everybody. But you know what I mean?
Keep supporting the Crez Effect. Keep supporting YoungCrez. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, man. It's interesting talking to you, and it's really it was actually an exciting one. Really.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It
was good to have you guys. And here on the show, we always have a saying that if you can dream it, you can achieve it.
Yes.
So man, just keep the grind going, keep pushing, keep believing that someday, somehow,
yes,
the sky is gonna bust open, man. Come on, and it's not gonna be a limit anymore, right? You're just gonna soar in it.
Amen.
So thanks for coming, YoungCrez, man.
My pleasure,
All
man.
the very best.
My pleasure, man. You've been amazing the whole time.
All the very best, man. All right, guys. So I've been speaking with a young, super talented musician. He is a writer, a singer, a rapper, and a recording musician. He goes by the name YoungCrez. And if you haven't listened to any of his sound yet, come on, guys. I'm going to encourage you, go and listen to his sound. Check out his social media handles. Follow this guy. He's super, super incredible and talented, I must say, which is what we do on the show. When we see a light shining, we see a young talent out there, we actually try to, you know, encourage and support in any way that we can. In this case, we're bringing him to, you know, talk to you about what it's been about in the industry. Okay, guys, so if you're just joining us, maybe this is your second time and you're still trying to make up your mind, should I subscribe, should I not? Come on, guys, I know this kind of content does appeal to you, and if it does, what are you waiting for? Come on, leave us a subscription, leave us a like, comment, say something. You know, if you have maybe a particular creative person out there that you think we could bring on this show, come on, guys, comment. You never know, the next time you're watching, the guy could actually be on the show. Your main man here, Jadane, presenting. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.